What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new review. We look at the last game week and say, how well did Kurt do? And for once, it was pretty well. I scored myself a grand spanking 95 points. I was so close. I was praying for a Bryson clean sheet. And yeah, and then Shakiri and Choupo-Moting decided to ruin my chance of getting the triple figures. Which was devastating, but alas, it wasn't a bad game week at all for me. I had some proper high scorers. Salah was in my team, my captain. Hazard was in my team. You're looking at the fact up front I had Jesus as well. At the back, Azpilicueta got a clean sheet, as well as I think I brought in Daniels who got a clean sheet. There was a lot of good players in my team, and in the end it proved to be a really good game week for me. But this isn't about me, this is about who did well, what players did well, and whether they'd be worth bringing in. So let's start off with the goalkeepers. And in between the sticks we've got Petr Cech on 8, Begovic and Pope also on 8, and also Kurtyoy coming in on 7, of which I'd actually put him as a Chelsea player there. I'll remove that. Petr Cech though, 5.4, clean sheet against Tottenham, really good performance from Arsenal. They outplayed Tottenham, and if they can, it begs the question, I'm sure I'm not the first person to say it, and I'm sure I'm not going to be the last. If Arsenal can do that every game, they wouldn't be in the problems they're in. But they can't. You know, they got fired up for the big game. Wenger needs to find a way to fire them up like that before every game, because they're going to come out on top in 90% of them. And that's top 4. That's challenging for a title. That's cup wins. So, yeah, I mean, Petr Cech could be getting a few more clean sheets. But, again, Arsenal, a bit of a sticky club to go into at the moment. Begovic is also on 8 for Bournemouth. Bit hit and miss with Bournemouth. I'd probably go with one of the defenders instead. Maybe Daniels or Francis when he's back from his suspension. But yeah, he's probably not the best one because you can't get many attacking returns. With Pope as well, 4.6, he's looking good for Burnley, another clean sheet. And I'd say maybe worth bringing in. But look at when Heaton's back. Or if anything, go for Matt Loughton or Ward, because again I feel like Pope 4.6 may be a bit too expensive for that cheaper option in goal. And lastly, we've got Thibaut Courtois, who is of course 5.5, and personally, clean sheet, nice tidy performance from Thibaut. Chelsea defenders though, he's probably looking at your best at 5.5 or 5.4. Sorry, I might have written that down wrong. Because you know, look at Azpilicueta being expensive, Alonso being expensive, and then you've got who's going to play in the wide fullback, whereas Moses, Zappacosta, or even Azpilicueta, who's going to play in centre back between Christensen, David Luiz, Cahill, Rudiger. So a safer option could be Courtois at the back if you're looking for some Chelsea clean sheets. Moving on to the defenders, we've got Mustafi on 14, Alonso also on 14, on 9 we've got Walker, on 8 I've picked Koscielny, Daniels and Zuma. Which, yeah, it's a talking point, that one. Mustafi coming in 5.3, 14 points. Good performance, grabbed a goal in a very important 2-0 win, of course, in North London derby. It's an interesting one. Mustafi could be good going forward if Arsenal can keep how they played and continue that on. If Arsenal can also maybe keep their clean sheets going and keep the fitness of their squad going. So you're looking at the back three of Monreal, Mustafi and Koscielny. Maybe Mustafi could be a really good option at 5.3, the new Phil Jones, one might say. Alonso's also in there, 14 points on 6.9. He's a very interesting one because I did tip him in the preview to be maybe a better choice than Azpilicueta. Of course, being 0.1 more than Azpilicueta, he's going to be more attacking, and I think that game proved it. With 14 points for Alonso, albeit a bit, you know, it wasn't in the Alonso fashion. I think it was from a corner or a free kick, but he got the goal, 14 points, and he's finally back in those double figures where he belongs, really. Walker grabbed 9, 6.6, a good Man City player to have. If he's not going to get clean sheet, you know, bomb forward, get those assists and goals, maybe even bonus points from his good attacking work, and I think he showed that in this game in a 2-0 win. Albeit, I don't think Man City. I think Man City got off with one. Company should have been sent off. which could have changed the entire game right there. Koscielny, Daniels and Zuma all got 8 points. Koscielny, again, I mentioned Mustafi. If they are going to keep fit, Mustafi 5.3 is definitely a better option. Daniels at 4.9 is a fantastic option, maybe one you should be considering. And Zuma at 5.5, I say wouldn't consider, because goal was very dubious, and Stoke, clean sheet wise, haven't been the best this season. Eric Peters is usually my go-to Stoke man, but he hasn't been too appetising to look at. So for me, Zuma is definitely a no-go. Moving on to midfielders, you've got an 18-point Hazard. You've got Salah, Hughes, Coutinho, Pogba, and also Cork. Hughes on 14, then 13, 12, and 11 going down the list. Starting off Hazard though, 18 points. Something that I said in the preview is that if Chelsea are going to unlock the West Brom defence, it'll be through Eden Hazard. 2 goals and assists. I'm back on form for 1 week. You never take it for granted, but good call from Kurt. Another one was leaving Salah as his captain, albeit I went to change it to Hazard, but I'll take it. I will take it. Salah scoring 16 points for Liverpool, and being quite a decent player to have now. 9.6 million, and I think he's definitely worth bringing into your teams along with Hazard as well. Expensive, but they'll get the job done, and they'll do it with a lot of attacking returns this season. Will Hughes, 4.6, has shown himself to be quite a decent player for the price he's given. Maybe the new Tom Carroll, he's just 0.1 more. I think that could be an interesting little debate right there. Coutinho on 8.8 scored 13 points, again behind Salah, and if they are playing the front three, I think he's playing further behind, but he could be decent. I'm just too worried about the fact that he could sit back a bit and not get involved too much, or just ping his long shots from 80 yards out like he usually does. You also got Pogba coming back, £8 million for Pogba, really cheap considering his starting price, and could be worth bringing in, as they statistically do better with Pogba than they did without him, basically. And Cork as well, 4.5, definitely don't go near. He's defensive midfielder for a Burnley team that doesn't score many goals. That will probably be maybe his only goal this season. If not, there'll be one more. 2 at the absolute maximum, but I'm going with no more goals this season for Jack Cork. And finally, we've got the attackers. We've got Callum Wilson on 17 points. He is back. Hopefully no injuries this time, but he's back. Oumar Niasse on 10, you got Morata on 9, Jesus on 8, and Dwight Gale on 7. Starting off Callum Wilson, he scored a hat-trick, 17 points. I'm so glad he is back. He's one of my favourite players. I know, I talk about it a lot with Joe, and I'm not looking forward to playing against his inform, but it's good to see him back, because I feel like they've now got him, they've got Phobie, they've got Defoe, they've got King, they've got a decent looking attacking lineup, and it could be good for Callum Wilson. £6 million, get him in, maybe his goals will start coming in like he did when he first joined the Premier League with Bournemouth in their first season. Oumar Niasse saw another goal, another good attacking returns at £5 million, but has been charged with diving, and could receive a 2-match suspension, which means maybe not bringing him into yet. He might go up in price. Yeah, you might miss that 0.1 or 0.2 when you bring him in, a couple of weeks later at 5.2. But he's not going to be banned for 2 games. You're not going to put yourself down to 14 players just to get 0.1 up on your mates. So I'd say stay away from Niasse. Morata and Jesus both 10.5, scoring 9 and 8 respectively. Those 2 are now in my team. Immediately I've got Callum Wilson in, because I need a cheap option. And Niasse, yeah, I'm not risking that. Morata and Jesus come in, and they're 2 really good options to have in 2 attacks that seem to be doing alright for themselves this season. And Dwight Gale on 7 points, scoring his first goal of the season. And the reason I put him in there is because I don't think he's going to score many more. I do not think he's a proper Premier League striker. He's in that weird middle ground, which might look so good in the Championship and so average in the Premier League when he's played here before. But maybe he can kick on from now, and if he does, I'll be proved wrong, but for now I'm saying stay away from him. And that happens to be that for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below who out of the top scorers are you been bringing in, and who out of the top scorers do you think I've got right. Do you reckon they're not worth bringing in? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.